Well, so great is my dedication that I figured I would get one more video up for the night. Now, whether or not this will actually get uploaded before the night comes to a close, I don't know. But I had posted a video I think it's been about a week ago, about the care and maintenance of some guinea pigs that we have. And I was asked to do an updated video going into a little more detail about them. I don't know where my father went. I think he's asleep on the couch or something. And Mom and my brother are downstairs coloring with coloring sheets. So we'll go look at the guineas. I need to look in on them yet tonight anyway. Oh, buddy, they've managed to really drain themselves since this morning. These guys are getting the full treatment today. Yeah, let's take care of you. Gwen E Pig actually came out to meet the camera. That must be how bad the situation really is right now. So there's Gwen E Pig. I don't know if Gregor's going to come out or not. Let's see if I can get him to. I suppose if I pick up the house, he will. Yeah, there he is. Well, let's get you all fixed up. Now, in case it was never mentioned, and I don't think that it ever was in the other video, take our water cup here. I'll tell you while I'm filling them up. Oh, Gregor actually has water. I mean, I'm still going to top it off, but yeah. Fix them up. Now, I don't think it was brought up in the other video. My mother is a teacher, and the guinea pigs, well, Guinea Pig is her class pet. And then one of her teacher friends has Gregor. And school let out for spring break for that week. Mom's friend didn't want to take Gregor. Gregor's a fairly young pig. Gwenny's much older. Mom's friend did not want to take Gregor home just because they have 3 dogs, and they didn't figure that would be a good idea. So Mom was foolishly like, I'll take him for a week. How bad can it be? Then, of course, during spring break, lockdown happened, and here we are 3 months later. But I've been taking pretty good care of him, so I mean, at least I must have been taking pretty good care of him, because neither one of them's dead yet. I'm sure I'll be caned in the comments about that, and probably quite rightfully so. No, I'm just kidding, of course. They're very healthy pigs. We keep them well taken care of, or at least try to. The only job I don't do for them, I don't personally clean out their cages, but my mother does. What we do when we when we change their stuffing and what have you, we take the cages themselves and set them in the front yard. I don't want to overfill that, but it looks like I might have done that. Set their cages in a shady spot in the front yard so that they can have a chance to eat the grass and do whatever it is else that guinea pigs like to do. And then, yes, hi. Hi. And then we have the little kid who lives in the house next door. Usually comes and plays with them for a little bit while they're sitting out there. So, let's get these guys some food. Oh. You have more guinea pig food? I don't know that I have enough. Somebody should take my pigs away from me. I'm not being a very good pig parent now, am I? Oh. No, there is more food down there under Gwenny's little travel cage. Okay, there's actually a bunch more food. Okay, in that case, we're good. I was terrified I might be out of food for them. But much as I figured, Mom came through again. Mom is more prepared than I am. So, let's fill this little bowl up. I usually fill it up at the top of the cage. That way, if I drop anything, it just falls into the cage where they'll be sure to eat it anyway. I'm going to need both hands for this so I can get the excess food out of here. I don't know that I'm going to be able to set this camera up while I do that. I stand corrected. There's a lot of hay and stuff in this food too. I don't know if that was originally the case or if it's just been dropped into it when I've hayed them. Let's see if I can get that out. Wow. Oh, that was the perfect amount. Now the only things left in this bag are some little crumbs. And it filled Gwenny's bowl right up. I also have these little huts, and Gwenny likes to knock hers over. That's always charming. I'm gonna go put this bag in the garbage so I won't forget about it later. Yeah. So, also, somebody may wonder why they're not in the same cage, why they're in separate cages the way they are. The reason is very simple. I don't want to take care of Guinea pig babies. So, they're kept isolated, but being close together, because they are very sociable. They are very social things. He's going to be an ass. He's not going to let me pet him. Gwenny will, but she's hesitant about it. Yeah, I don't want guinea pig babies, nor does anybody else in this house. So, this is how they are, but I don't want to put them too far apart either, just because they are very social. Now I need both hands again to open this. Really, if you're going to need a YouTuber, get a few extra hands. No, I'm kidding, but a few extra hands would be kind of nice sometimes. I'm going to need an extra hand for this too, so that I don't make a huge mess of my mother's guest room, because if she finds out, she'll probably kill you. So. And I'll put this over here. But I was also reading the comments just mere moments ago. Where's their hay? Here it is. We'll get their hay next. I was reading the comments on the original video just a little bit ago. And apparently, although this came as a bit of a surprise to me, and though it shouldn't have, there is apparently one or more YouTube channels devoted to pigs. Did not see that coming, but I can't say I'm just completely surprised. The little surprised I am, I probably shouldn't be. There we go. So Gregor ought to be a lot happier now. We'll get Gwenny some hay as well. In that video, this particular channel that left a comment on that video is called Piggy Time. And Piggy Time suggested that these cages were a little bit small for them, and that I should entertain thoughts of getting slightly larger cages, because apparently they need at least 8 square feet of ground space. And if that measurement sounds wrong, that's because I'm probably remembering the comment incorrectly. But, I did reply to that comment, saying that I would bring up the idea to my mother. So I guess maybe later in the video we might actually go down and do that. If not later in the video, I'll go down and ask her when I go down to have a bedtime snack or something in about a couple hours. They ought to be a lot happier now. Oh look, Gregor even came out of his hut. See if I can pet him. I didn't even touch you and you're already flinching, buddy. Got a lot to learn. Gregor's a long-haired one. Also, how did Gwen E Pig get the name Gwen E Pig? That's another interesting story that I don't think I touched on. I reckon I'll go ahead and share that story with you right now. I have a very silly 5-year-old cousin who's Actually going to be 6 very soon. We actually do make videos. She does a bunch of really stupid things, and I film videos sometimes about the stupid things she does when I remember to bring my phone with me. And I call them Gwen's Antics. If I can talk my aunt into it, I might post some of those, but I haven't decided if I will or not. I probably won't, but I might ask just for the heck of it. Well, anyway, when these pigs were at my mother's school, and we had Gwen E Pig first, she didn't have a name, and my cousin's name is Gwen, and she used to come up to the school and hang out with her Aunt Man, and Aunt Mandy, you should say, but we call her Aunt Man. So she would always say, I want to go see the Gwen E Pigs. Not guinea pig, Gwen E Pig. And for some reason, that managed to stick. So, here we are. We've had this one for touch over 2 years. Doesn't really seem like it. And apparently, guinea pigs' lifespan is not normally very long. They usually only last a few years. Apparently, this one was a few years old when we got her, and we've had her for 2, so... And she's still very much playful. She also... Guinea pigs, I have learned, really like... they really like vegetables and fruits and things like that. In fact, if you cut up if you have little pieces of lettuce, and you have a guinea pig, and you have little pieces of lettuce sitting around your house, go ahead and give it to the guinea pigs. I once split a heart of lettuce between these two, and they devoured it in about 10 minutes flat. So, this one also seems to like apple slices, which means now I have competition. But, she's looking right at the camera, isn't that a blessing? She's usually a little bit camera shy, as I think most pets are. Gregor, I don't know if he really likes apple slices, but he does chow down on that lettuce, and he certainly likes the hay. The hay was originally supposed to be intended as a treat for them, but they down it so fast it's more like an extra helping of food. So, it's more like a second dinner, really, because they hound it down so fast. Gregor, they bought at a pet store here in town. I don't know how Gregor got his name. I guess it's just the name they picked. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this admittedly very rambling video. Like I said, I tend to water, feed, and give them hay. And my mother, when the time comes, which is usually once about every 2 weeks, maybe a little more often than that, I haven't really kept track with the exact intervals, but it's not that far apart. She comes up here and she changes the stuffing, changes their bedding, so to speak, cleans their cages out. Of course, then you have this problem with little pieces of hay getting all over the carpet. But this is our guest room. We don't ever use it, so who cares? And if we ever do have an occasion where we need to use this room, well, we have a working vacuum that we can always use to clean this up. But, yeah. Now, I've never seen... I don't know if Gregor flips his hut over the way that Gwen E Pig does, but I have noticed that many occasions I'll be in the game room or something on this side of the house, and I'll hear this one squealing. There's another story behind that. I'll tell you that one in a minute. You thought you were going to get off with a short video? No. And I'll hear Gwen E Pig squealing. So I'll come in here to take a look at things. And more often than not, I'll find that rather than she's out of something like I might expect, she's managed to flip her house over, and she can't flip it back over. So then she has to seek human intervention. She has to ask me to help her with that. And actually, when my mother got this Gwen E Pig, this is the story. She did not actually know that they made squealing noises or other noises. She thought they were quiet. She didn't know how wrong she was until one day she ran her water bowl dry, and my mother happened to be out of the room when that happened, and she came back, and all she hears is wee, 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 wee. Sure enough, it's this one begging for water. So, yes, but there is Gwen E Pig. Oh, come on. Show your face for the nice little camera. Camera's not going to hurt you. Yeah. Gregor actually came out of his cage, out of his hut. I suspect the second I pull this liftgate down, he'll run back in there. Maybe I'd be mistaken. He's not usually this friendly. Or, well, he's always friendly. He's just kind of reclusive. I don't know why. He's much more reclusive than Gwen E Pig is. Alright. Thank you for watching this admittedly rambling video. And this is actually the end of the video.
You're so funny. Oh.
So, that is going to be it for this particular chapter in the Guinea Pigs kind of videos things.
Hi, Gwen.
And as it was commented in the other video, I think I am going to bring up that question to my mother.
What question?
I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Okay.
But, yeah. That's the Guineas.